Picture driving down a pitch-black rural highway at midnight. There are no overhead streetlights for miles in any direction, and the surrounding countryside is swallowed by deep shadow. Yet as your car rolls forward, the pavement ahead lights up like a runway. Sharp lines of bright, sparkling dots outline every curve, lane boundary, and highway exit with surgical precision. They seem to glow with their own internal energy, guiding your car safely through the dark. But as soon as you pass over them, you realize they are completely unpowered pieces of plastic, glass, and metal embedded in the asphalt. Have you ever wondered why civil engineers don't simply install electric streetlights along every highway? Why do transportation departments rely on passive reflectors instead of glowing lamps? How does a simple piece of molded glass bounce headlight beams directly back to a driver's eyes? And who came up with this brilliant life-saving idea? Let's explore the fascinating science and history behind these glowing road markers right here on Simple Why. To understand why reflectors dominate our roadways, we first have to examine the staggering economic reality of modern highway infrastructure. The United States alone contains over 4 million miles of public roads, while global highway networks stretch for tens of millions of miles across deserts, mountain passes, and dense forests. Installing electric streetlights along every mile of rural highway would require erecting millions of steel utility poles, laying thousands of miles of underground copper wiring, building electric substations, and paying astronomical monthly electricity bills. Furthermore, maintaining overhead light bulbs, repairing storm damage, and replacing knocked-down light poles along remote country roads would cost billions of dollars every year. Passive road reflectors, by contrast, require zero electricity, zero wiring, and zero ongoing power costs, making them one of the most cost-effective safety investments in modern civil engineering. The story behind these life-saving devices began on a fog-shrouded night in Yorkshire, England, back in 1933. A young road repairman named Percy Shaw was driving home along a dark, winding country road with no streetlights. As dense fog rolled over the hills, Shaw suddenly caught a glimpse of two tiny points of light reflecting off a fence post ahead. It was a stray cat sitting in the dark, its eyes reflecting the headlight beams of Shaw's approaching car. Recognizing that the cat's eyes had saved him from driving off the road into a steep ditch, Shaw rushed to his workshop to replicate the natural phenomenon mechanically. In 1934, he patented the world's first raised pavement marker, affectionately named the cat's eye. The original cat's eye invented by Percy Shaw was an absolute masterpiece of self-maintaining mechanical design. Shaw realized that roadside markers would quickly become covered in road grime, mud, and oil slush thrown up by passing car tires, rendering them useless in dark rainstorms. To solve this problem, Shaw encased two spherical glass lenses inside a flexible, hollow rubber dome, which was then anchored inside a heavy cast-iron housing buried in the road surface. Whenever a heavy car or truck tire rolled over the rubber dome, the marker depressed into the cast-iron base. As the rubber squished down, a stationary rubber wiper blade scraped across the glass lenses, while trapped rainwater washed away accumulated mud. Every time a car ran over the marker, it automatically cleaned itself. How does a simple glass lens or plastic stud bounce light back to a driver with such blinding intensity? The secret lies in a fascinating branch of optics known as retroreflection. A standard flat mirror reflects light away at an equal and opposite angle, meaning that if your headlights shine on a mirror mounted on the road, the reflected beam bounces off toward the sky or the side of the road, leaving the driver in the dark. A retroreflector, on the other hand, is engineered to bounce incoming light rays directly back along the exact same path toward their original light source, your car's headlights and your eyes. Engineers achieve this retroreflective magic using two primary microscopic shapes: microglass spheres or corner cube prisms. In a corner cube retroreflector, the back of the plastic marker is molded into three mutually perpendicular flat surfaces, shaped exactly like the inside corner of a cardboard box or a glass cube. When a headlight beam enters the prism, it strikes the first surface, bounces to the second, and reflects off the third, executing a precise three-way geometric rebound that sends the light beam straight back toward the approaching automobile. Because the driver's eyes sit just a few feet above the vehicle's headlights, the bounced light beam hits the driver's pupils directly, making the tiny reflector appear as bright as a powered lamp. Beyond saving money and utilizing clever optics, reflectors offer major visual advantages for night driving safety. While overhead streetlights illuminate everything around them, including tree branches, dirt ditches, and passing clouds, they often create harsh visual glare and deep, deceptive shadows on the road surface. Contrastingly, retroreflective road studs create high-contrast visual cues positioned exactly where the driver needs to look, on the lane boundaries and road edges. By outlining the geometry of the road hundreds of yards ahead, reflectors allow a driver's pupils to remain dilated for night vision, without getting blinded by harsh overhead glare. Using reflectors instead of overhead lights also prevents a massive environmental issue known as dark sky light pollution. Continuous electric street lights illuminate vast stretches of rural wilderness, disrupting the natural circadian rhythms of nocturnal animals, confusing migratory birds, and wasting massive amounts of energy radiating upward into the night sky. So why do roads have reflectors instead of lights everywhere? Because a simple piece of molded glass bouncing light back to your eyes is simpler, cheaper, cleaner, and safer than powering millions of electric lamps across the globe. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. I will be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. Thank you for joining us on this journey through Simple Why. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories woven through the smallest details.